Welcome everybody to the 2020 end of year presentation night for the Ivanhoe Photographic Society, and this is our 65th year. Haven't we had a tough year? 2020 is a year to remember, but we've got through it, thanks in large part to our committee and thanks to all of our judges. I have a certificate of appreciation to give to David Jenkin, our competition steward, who without him we may not have had a club running this year at all. So thank you, David. Welcome to our new members, Danny Braglia and Gary Gordon. And congratulations to all our APS Honours recipients this year. We've had several interclubs, the VAPS and the Three-Way, and more recently the Photographic Society of America, 3 different interclubs against a range of clubs throughout the world, which has worked remarkably well. And we've had an invite to participate in an audio-visual 3- or 4-way interclub next year. We have some VAPS year badges to present tonight, and we've deferred the Achievement Awards review until the end of next year. Given all of that's happened this year, we think it needs another year before we can determine how well it has worked. I'd like us all to remember Heather Howie and Neil Cramer, 2 of our members who passed away this year, unfortunately. Heather, particularly everyone remembers last year, had a 60th year badge award and was very happy with all of that, and she'll be sorely missed. The competition steward has several announcements which I won't attempt to talk to. And moving on to our presentations tonight, the print image of the year, we will go through all of the different contenders. We put forward maybe 100 images from the prints, and the judge, Sam Mariani, has selected the top 10 and then given us the top 3, which we'll present in that order. So here they are. Shibuya Crossing by David Jenkin. Evening Rodeo at Scoresby by Harry Clark. Paleontology in a Multiple Spelling by David Jenkin. Icelandic Volcanic Plain by Jim Sunderman. Shepherd Dongchuan China by Dale Murphy. Going Home by Jim Sunderman. Glen Canyon Dam by Dale Murphy. And the 3rd place getter is Hawaiian Gecko by David Jenkin. Well done, David. It's a big bright image. The contrasting colours add vibrancy. The eye is nice and bright. Good texture on its scales, which have good definition. The strong diagonal framing works well, and having its claws clambering over the leaf gives the gecko some balance. Number 2 place getter, Bowler Bee by David Jenkin. Lovely strong pose accentuated with hand held up to the collar. Beautiful lighting from the right highlights lots of amazing textures and colours from the jacket. Great highlights in the curly textured hair. Strong contrasting purple lip accent. Raw skin tones add grittiness. The background has been blended nicely. I like the sparkling accessories. And the winner is, drum roll please, Geisha by Sarah Knight. Congratulations, Sarah. Great black and white conversion. Good tonal range, highlighting lots of detail and definition. Natural smile with good eye contact. Lots of accessories adding to authenticity and placement. Having her peeping around the corner also adds an unassuming pose. Well done, Sarah. Here you are awarded the Curtis Trophy. Now, Curtis was the president in 1962. And not much was known about him. We don't have any photos. He left the club before the trophy was actually ever awarded and moved to Canberra. But congratulations, Sarah. Well done. It's one of our oldest trophies. Now moving on to the projected image of the year. The contenders are Craig's Hut, Victorian High Country by Lisa Law. Dusk by Shaw Tan. Gliding in the Setting Sun by Li Ting Jiang. Playing It Like Hendrix by Jill Robertson. Poise with Shadow by Lisa Law. Cicada by Richard Asplund. Gotta Hurt by Dale Murphy. And the third place getter is Lakeside by Shaw Tan. Different angle of the famous tree. Good, strong, curved, directional line takes you into the scene. The line of trees provide good framing and lead your eye to reveal the amazing mountain range in the distance. Having a person walking along balances the scene with the tree. The reflection adds symmetry, and the slight ripples in the water add a sense of serenity. Number 2 place getter. Spiny-Cheeked Honey Eater, Glue Pot Station by Harry Clark. Good, bright, well-exposed image. Lots of details in the feathers, bringing out the textures and highlighting the bird's colours. Eye is nice and bright and beak is sharp. Having the head turned showcases its lovely contrasting tones. Having the bird perched on the branch anchors the image and places the bird in its environment. And the winner is Baden-Tarbet Bay by David Mayer. Striking image. The boat provides good, strong foreground interest and also not only anchors the scene but also creates a sense of depth, as does the person in the distance. The repeated patterns and colourful textures of the rocks give the beach some structure. Good layering of tones, rocks, water, sky. The bright orange of the jacket is balanced with the orange toned rock in the bottom right. And the trophy, the Peter Belmont Trophy, is awarded to David Mayer. Congratulations, David. Moving on to the open image of the year. The contenders were Golden Pavilion by Joan Sunderman. Hippo Play by Jeanette Blennerhassett. Reflection by Shaw Tan. Still Life with Dandelion by David Mayer. The Travelling Minstrel by Rocky Sambaglione. Twilight GP Show Jumping by Lisa Law. Waiting for the Subway in Brooklyn by Harry Clark. And the third place getter is Young Winston by Dale Murphy. Great colourful portrait. The dog has an eager expression to pose for the camera. Eyes are nice and bright, and being at eye level creates an intimate connection. And the second place getter is A Narrow Slice of the National Gallery, Victoria by Harry Clark. Well spotted. Image is very sharp and well exposed with good textual qualities created by tonal contrast. Good, strong, symmetrical lines gives the whole scene structure, and with the vertical lines adds dynamic composition. The vertical opening provides a voyeuristic peep, revealing more dynamic shapes and lines. And the winner is Stacked Rose by Peter Belmont. Well done, Peter. Perfect clean specimen of a rose. The lighting and exposure has created good separation of the tones of the petals, giving them definition and creates structure. The tonal range of pinks draws your focus to the middle of the rose. The green leaves create good contrast. The separation with the background makes the image pop. Awarded to Peter Belmont. Well done, Peter. And we have to thank our judge for this evening, Sam Mariani, and the Preston Camera Club, from who were participated in a lot of that judging. So thank you, Sam. Moving on to the set subject trophies. The first of which is the landscape trophy, which was judged by Dean Newitt. And the contenders for these are those that get honours, as you will see in all of the set subject trophies. So we'll go through the honours contenders. Bloomin' Valley by Dale Murphy. Urban Landscape, The Old Water Tower No. 2 by Jill Robertson. Haleakala Crater, Maui by David Jenkin. Kruigrach by David Mayer. Mist and Fog, Mount Macedon by Jill Robertson. Front Passing, Hanging Rock by Jill Robertson. And the winner is Kruigrach by David Mayer. Well done, David. Beautiful tones. And David, you get the Shaw Tan Trophy. There's Shaw, smiling as always. Well done, David. Moving on to the Portrait Trophy for the year. Judged by Margaret Summers. The contenders were Portrait of a Self-Portrait by Dale Murphy. The Wood Witch by David Jenkin. Shepherd Dongchuan China by Dale Murphy. Bowler Bee by David Jenkin. The Face of Rose by Rocky Sembaglione. Colour Brush by Lisa Law. Japanese Dress Up by Rod Knight. Dressed Up by Nalina Sebastian. Sheffield Man by Peter Belmont. And the winner is, drumroll please, Bowler Bee by David Jenkin. Well done, David. David, you are the recipient of the Joan Carson Trophy. And there we have Joan Carson and her daughter Julie. And in the smaller picture to the lower left is Julie when she was younger, taken by, of course, Joan Carson. Well done, David. Moving on to the Nature Trophy. The contenders were Crossing by Li Ting Jiang. Nap Time by Anne Dakin. Hawaiian Gecko by David Jenkin. Jupiter and Our Galaxy by Dale Murphy. Pensive by Joan Sunnerman. A Crab, Costa Rica by Lisa Law. Quest for Survival by Lisa Law. Lizard by Richard Asplund. Wander a Butterfly by Dale Murphy. And the winner is Hawaiian Gecko by David Jenkin. Well done, David. The Otto Rog Trophy for the Nature Image of the Year here is presented to David Jenkin. Well done, David. Moving on to the photojournalism competition, judged by Matt Wren this year. The contenders are Off to School Cambodian Style by Joan Sunderman, Tight Formation by Dale Murphy, Responders on the Job by Peter Belmont, Water Sport by Shaw Tan, That Grimace by Dale Murphy. And the winner is Off to School Cambodian Style by Joan Sunderman. Well done, Joan. And the Rube Solomon's Trophy for Photojournalism Image is presented by Rube Solomon's daughter, Jan. Well done, Joan. Moving on to the creative competition for the year. The contenders are Mossy Things by Jeanette Blennerhassett, Education Drives a Dynamic Economy by Harry Clark, Cracking Up by Jill Robertson, Power Loop by David Mayer, Forked Shadow No. 2 by Anne Dakin, Melbourne Visitors by Dale Murphy, Feeding Frenzy by David Mayer, Winter by David Jenkin. And the winner is Feeding Frenzy by David Mayer. And the trophy is awarded here, of course, to David. Well done, David. We have bought new trophies this year. Moving on to the macro or close-up competition, judged by Harry Shepherd. The contenders were Decayed Nature by Lisa Law, Cabinet Maker's Chisel by David Jenkin, The Sweets Are On Me by Gary Gordon, Unsharp Flower by Jim Sunderman, COVID-19 Attack Oil, Soap and Wattle by Harry Clark, Hairbrush by Anne Dakin. And the winner is The Sweets Are On Me by Gary Gordon. Well done, Gary. The new macro trophy is awarded here to Gary, so well done, Gary. And Gary is one of our new members. And the last competition, the monochrome competition, judged earlier this year while we were in the hall by Brett Ferguson. The contenders were Glen Canyon Dam by Dale Murphy, Boy at the Temple by Nelina Sebastian, Late Winter Orchard West of Bathurst by Harry Clark, Wisteria by Jeanette Blennerhassett. And the winner is Boy at the Temple by Nelina Sebastian. Well done, Nelina. And the new monochrome trophy, it's not that new, we had it last year, here is awarded to Nelina. Well done, Nelina. Okay, moving on to the folio competition this year, the folio and the theme for the print competition. The contenders were Little Treasures by David Jenkin, Scotland in Monochrome by David Mayer, Bullfight by Peter Belmont, Captive Creatures by Ron Davis, and the winner is Bullfight by Peter Belmont. Well done, Peter. And here is Peter receiving the Eric Newman Trophy. Eric Newman was one of the earlier members of the club. He wasn't one of the founding members, but he joined early, and became the secretary for many years, I believe, and was one of the first people to be awarded life membership after 7 years in the club. So well done, Peter. Moving on to the folio on a theme for the projected image. The contenders were It's a Small World by Anne Dakin, Social Distancing, It's All About That Bass, Tea for Two, Old Master Collection by Rocky Sempaglione. That's Rocky's daughter. Still Life in Lockdown by David Mayer. No Pain, No Gain by Ron Davis. And the winner is Old Master Collection by Rocky Sempaglione. Well done, Rocky. And here is the Con Adams Trophy presented to Rocky. Con Adams was, I believe, the treasurer of the club and one of the founding members of the club, and he was treasurer for 40 years. So, amazing. Moving on to the audio-visual competition this year. The contenders were David Mayer's Scotland in 1.5 colours, Dale Murphy's Avalon, Your Lockdown Event, Anne Dakin's Death in Pamouche, and Dale Murphy's Ode Dunedin. And the winner is well done, David. Scotland in 1.5 colours. So well done, David Mayer. You get the Sarah and Rod Knight trophy for the audio visual. And there is a young Sarah and Rod. Well done, David. Moving on to the final series of awards, we have the Achievement Aggregate Awards, which is the Handicap Awards, as you may remember. And this is the accumulated or aggregated results for the achievements throughout the year. The first of which is to Harry Clark for a gold medal for the print aggregate. So well done, Harry. The second is the projected image aggregate for the Achievement Awards. It goes to David Jenkin. Well done, David. And the Open Aggregate Achievement Award goes to Rocky Zampaglione. Here's a gold medal for you, Rocky. Finally, the Annual Aggregate Awards, and we begin with the Open Aggregate. And the runner-up in the Open category is Jim Sunderman for the Silver Medallion. Well done, Jim. And the winner is Dale Murphy for the Open Aggregate. The Annual Print Aggregate. The runner-up with the Silver Medallion is David Jenkin. Well done, David. And the winner is Dale Murphy for the Photo Colour Trophy. Finally, the Annual Projected Image Aggregate. The runner-up is for the Silver Medallion is Dale Murphy. And the winner is Lisa Law for the MJ Computers Trophy. Well done, Lisa.
That's all, folks.
So everybody, I hope you all have a very great Christmas. Stay safe and enjoy our freedom from lockdowns. Thank you, everybody. Good night.